politics, as usual, is rampant in all kinds of issues, and Common Core is one of them. It's become the buzzword, the favorite thing to hate, but all it is high standards. You're going to hear a lot of people, you're probably going to hear the people that talk after me say they're for high standards, and they're not willing to get rid of what we have and if we're going to lose federal funding. And they're not willing to retreat from high standards. We just got to get rid of Common Core. Well, ask them to tell you the difference between Common Core and high standards, because there is absolutely no difference. Common Core is standards, and we need people on the Education Committee like Chairman Carter that will stand up and tell people not to listen to political rhetoric and to listen to facts.
I'm going to disappoint you. And yes, it is high standards, and we need that. And certainly, it has become a political hot potato out there. My wife is a public school teacher. She's been teaching 27 years in the public school system. She's a 6th grade teacher. When they started Common Core in her school parish, the kids who are in K through 5, I'm sorry, the K through 5 years, those students didn't get that background, that foundational. And so when they got to 6th grade, they started with Common Core. She's trying to do this dynamic switch in teaching them education. I mean, you build a house, a building, whatever, you always start off with a good foundation. And unfortunately, when Common Core was implemented, it wasn't in a gradual process, K1 and 2, then 2 and 3 and 4, and then every year add a couple of years. And that would have been a better way to phase in Common Core across the state. It didn't happen that way. We are where we are, but I think a couple of years down the road, everyone is adjusting. They're getting better. Is it perfect? No. No program is ever perfect. So we need to look at making the tweaks where they need to be, and then we can continue on, and we need to improve, because until we can be in the top 10 of states, you know, we need to do something different. And right now we're in the bottom 3.
Yeah. So, and that's getting beyond the sound.
And there's no disrespect to Steve, but you know, we have an elected Bessie board. Their sole purpose is to provide educational reform and programs, and we need to work within those confines and, you know, tweak where we need to, but support the people who are in the process in making that happen.
In education, we've got a real crisis. Today in NOLA, in the newspaper, they reported an article from the Scott Foundation for Public Education. It said in Louisiana that black males, only 53% of them graduate. White males, 69%, 16-point gap. Well, Baton Rouge, we don't have as big as gap. In Baton Rouge, we have 42% of black males graduate and only 44% of white males. So it's only 2 points. But you know what? It is, to me, when you say that almost half of the males in our state are not graduating from high school, that's the reason why we have a problem. That's why we have prison overcrowding. That's why we have our healthcare system out of control. That's why almost everything that Louisiana is on the wrong list is because of education. It's because of these high dropout rates. Our incarceration rates has gone through the roof. We need programs that will find children that have reading problems, reading difficulties starting in 4th grade. I say, you know, job force development starts in 4th grade. You need to be able to ID those kids that have problems and be able to bring them up to standards. I think that education needs to be on a local level. And I was glad to hear that Darrell said he was for an independent school district. And that's the reason why I am for an independent school district, is to be able to keep these standards on a local level.
Let me ask you a follow-up question on that.